Good afternoon. Thanks so much for joining us here on 9 News Plus. I'm Chris Bianchi, and as always, we have a special guest to discuss COVID-19, specifically in the Hispanic community here in Colorado. Today, we are chatting with Dr. Ricardo Gonzalez Fisher, a medical expert with Servicios de Raza, about COVID-19, again, specifically in the Hispanic community. If you have a question, either English or in Spanish, for Dr. Ricardo Gonzalez Fisher, please email me at chris.bianchi@9news.com. We'll make sure that it is answered, but as always, we're going to start things off in Spanish today. Hola y buenas tardes a todos. Vamos a hablar sobre el COVID-19 en la comunidad hispana en Colorado en español con el doctor Ricardo Gonzalez Fisher con Servicios de la Raza, y si necesitas esta información en inglés lo tendremos en más o menos 5 o 6 minutos, pero ahora, como siempre, empezaremos en español, y si tiene alguna pregunta en español, por favor, envíamelo a chris.bianchi@9news.com. Ahora, con eso, doctor, en primer lugar, los nuevos refuerzos de COVID están aquí. Recuérdanos sobre estos refuerzos y quién es elegible para obtenerlos.
Ya tenemos los refuerzos en Colorado. Tenemos vacunas, el refuerzo, se llama vacuna bivalente porque tiene el virus original, genera inmunidad contra el virus original y contra la variante Omicron, BA4 y BA5, que son las variantes más preponderantes en Estados Unidos ahora. Estas vacunas de Pfizer y de Moderna están diseñadas para personas de 12 años en adelante que hayan pasado 2 meses al menos de su última dosis de vacunación. Y las vacunas ya están en el estado de Colorado y me da mucho gusto decir que hay mucha gente que nos está pidiendo ya acceso a las vacunas.
Bueno, doctor, ¿sabemos cuántas personas han recibido el nuevo refuerzo de COVID en Colorado?
Probablemente exista el dato, yo no tengo la información de cuántas personas han llegado hasta el momento, pero se ve que sí se está moviendo de manera más o menos importante.
Bueno, escuchar eso. Y vamos a recibir esa información en las semanas que vienen. Doctor, ¿crees que podríamos estar hablando de una vacuna anual contra el COVID similar a una vacuna contra la gripe o otra enfermedad?
Eso es lo que esperamos que suceda por parte de todas las organizaciones que hacen salud pública. Aquí la única cosa, hay que recordar que este virus nos ha enseñado que puede mutar muy rápido. Entonces, si hubiera una variante diferente, una nueva variante que tuviéramos que enfrentar, que estuviera infectando mucha gente, probablemente tuvieran que sacar un refuerzo adicional antes del año para esta variable, pero en realidad pensamos que será suficiente una vez al año.
Bueno, y doctor, ¿qué está haciendo Servicios de la Raza para tratar de informar y llegar a las personas con el nuevo refuerzo de COVID?
Nosotros estamos presentando nos estamos presentando en diferentes medios, en persona, en el consulado, en otros eventos. Hoy estuvimos en Thornton. Y este sábado estaremos en Chaffee Park, en un lugar que se llama Fiesta Cookout, celebrando 50 años de Servicios de la Raza. Y vamos a estar ahí y estamos con la certeza de que vamos a tener refuerzos para estar aplicando vacunas ahí, pero estamos platicando con nuestra gente one-on-one, uno en uno, o en medios diferentes, radio, televisión, o en los lugares donde podemos.
Bueno, yo sé que todos estamos muy agradecidos por eso. Bueno, doctor, eso concluye la parte en español de nuestro programa. Ahora seguiremos en inglés. And as we turn things over to English, doctor, first of all, the new COVID boosters are here. Can you remind us about those and who is eligible to get those new COVID boosters?
Yes, thank you, Chris. We have 2 types of vaccines that are giving us bivalent booster. This is a booster that's going to be that has been designed to enhance the immunity that we already acquired for the original virus, but it also has another component that will make it more effective against the Omicron variants, the BA4 and BA5 that are the more prevalent in the United States right now. These are now here in the state of Colorado, and people have been receiving it now. And we are going to be able to apply this to people from 12 years old and older. People who already had their initial vaccines, first dose and second dose, at least 2 months before they received their booster.
Okay, so those are some of the specifics around it. That said, Doctor, do we know how many people have gotten the new COVID booster so far here in Colorado?
I am sure that the CDPHE has that information, but I don't have that information myself right now. The only thing I can say is that there's a lot of people who have got the vaccine already, but there's more people right now who are requesting this dose, which makes us, well, it encourages us to keep on doing our work.
Absolutely. Doctor, do you think this new booster is a sign that we could be moving to a future where we're getting an annual COVID shot of sorts? So an annual, kind of like a flu vaccine, an annual flu vaccine sort of situation here in the next few years?
This is something that we are hoping that will happen through our public health departments. We would really like it to be something that we could prevent by annual vaccine. The only thing that we have to remember is that this is a virus that mutates very quickly. So if we start to find a new variant that starts to increase the risk, perhaps they will have to create another vaccine in between this period. So maybe in 6 months or so, depending on what variants are prevalent. But our idea is that with one booster every year, it will be enough.
And Doctor, what is Servicios de la Raza and you doing to try and inform and reach people about this new COVID vaccine and booster?
We're trying to be where people are. We talk about this at the waiting rooms at the Mexican consulate. We've been participating in radio, TV, and we go to different areas. This morning we were just in Thornton, and we're planning for this huge event on Saturday, the 17th of Shafi Park. It's called Fiesta Cookout, in which we're celebrating 50 years of Servicios de la Raza serving our communities. And we'll be there with our mobile unit, hoping that we will have our boosters to provide for our population.
Well, Doctor, we appreciate you and appreciate Servicios de la Raza for doing what you're doing to try and reach as many people as possible. So again, coming up on Saturday, September the 17th at Shafi Park, there will be an event there where Doctor will be there, hopefully with some of those new COVID boosters as well. So one option for you. Once again, Dr. Ricardo Gonzalez Fisher, thank you so much for joining us here on 9 News Plus and for giving us insight here today about the new COVID booster and about everything going on with the virus as well. Thank you.
Thank you, and thanks everyone.